So in terms of minor leagues, we've got the Turkish League, and to be honest, we are starting to now get to the point, like we've seen in many other Team of the Seasons, where they start to upgrade the levels. We're seeing a lot more 97s, we're seeing some 96s flying about, and also some very cheap 95s. The question is any actually worth your time? Now, obviously, the biggest component you're going to find with any of the minor leagues, if they are not adjacent to the previous league, so for instance, the EFL and the Premier League, you're going to get a lot more same nations, more so than anything. And to be honest, probably a little bit less. The Premier League's nations, when it comes to the Team of the Season, was kind of a bit of everywhere. So you've kind of got that good sporadic kind of throwing in a Dutch player or two Dutch players with a French, a Brazilian, a Portuguese. So I suppose really other than the likes of your Palmers, your Declan Rices, and then onto the bench you've got your Trents, the EFL naturally is going to be filled more English players, whereas when we have like the Ligue 1, we don't have the Ligue 1 2 basically, or we don't have the Bundesliga 2 for instance. We don't have them anymore, so it is going to be adjacent to a minor league, a Turkish league, and most definitely there is some still absolute ballers in here. Oshiman coming in as the number one. We will get to him in a little minute. We also have the female Bundesliga, which is very nice indeed as well. Harder coming in quite nice. We might add them in, but I might leave them for another video on with kind of the best team of the seasons, because there is, like most team of the seasons, there's some good and there's some not so good. So if you're looking for coins, check in the description for El Dorado. Depending on the coin amount that you're looking for, the delivery time is displayed on the website, and you'll see lots of different trusted sellers with reviews on specifics and also the ability to be able to pick who you want. It will also show how much they have in stock, and obviously you can see that they are verified members. There is 100% refund ability and also 24/7 support if you need any questions with your coin needs. Also, if you head over to Trustpilot as well, you can see over 30,000 upvotes for them. You can see how reliable they are. Obviously great feedback across the entire board with El Dorado. So when on checkout, make sure you are using the code JT11 for 5% off your order every time. Discount code JT11. Now let's get back to the video. Now obviously when it comes to a team of the season, the first thing I personally look for at the minute is a goalkeeper. I want a new one. I want to see what they're all about. Are they worth it? Now we've got this beautiful 94 rated goalkeeper. He's coming in at 6'3". I could deal with that. I think 6'3" is probably the lowest I'd go. 6'4" is kind of where I'm really wanting, because normally the Van der Sars, the Courtois are about 6'6", so I tend to go with the taller goalkeepers just out of preference. Now obviously being Turkish, you're going to have some sort of links to him. You've got the far throw, the far throw, the footwork and the long ball pass. I personally do like a rush out plus. If I'm being brutal with him, I would probably go for him more in the usable side of stuff, if I was being really cutthroat with him. Now, one that I definitely wanted to have a go with, Talisca. He's always been fantastic throughout his kind of career of Team of the Seasons, and this is no different. A 94, acrobatic, is what it is. Bit of a pink pass and also the low driven. Now, previously he's had the low driven and the power shot. We've just added into the triple. Whether you want to upgrade him, we've got right mid, inside forward. Does he go into that? I don't know why he goes into that, but regardless, it might just be the fact that he gets the inside forward plus on a right mid. But regardless, 5-star, 4-star, 30,000. He's got the stats that really could do a little bit of damage. He's normally pretty decent at the dribbling. Whether I would say I'd probably go usable as well. If I'm thinking all of the Team of the Seasons that we've got now, would he really kind of fix up in comparison? I feel like he would be kind of in the mix. I don't think he'll be one that really works out. He'll be great in like a Brazilian team, and that's kind of about it. When we look at the kind of defensive line, then we've got a few others that are pretty decent. 22,000 again for a 94. We've got the Jockey, the Interceptor, the Bruiser Plus, good pace, defending, physical, the standard of what we've seen. We've got good amounts of short and long pass. The agility balance is looking fantastic, and he can play in that fullback role as well. I'd say that's pretty decent. It's going to be the links more so than anything in comparison to what we're seeing with maybe a Sanchez. He's obviously coming in Colombian. You could go with a Luis Diaz maybe. I don't know how many. You've obviously got the trio that we got previously, but whether you still use them, Durant with maybe an evolution at some point. Other than that, there's not really going to be too many. Cuadrado, I suppose. He's going to be the number one. Aerial slide tackle jockey. I suppose if you've got the icons as well, it's not too bad. I'd possibly go. I mean, I reckon you could still get some use out of that centre back, to be fair. Even with being cheap, he's got the stats that you need, really. He's got the height that you need. He's got a bit of everything. Then we also have the fullback with the anticipate, the intercept, and the whipped pass. Now, as everybody would know, the whipped pass for me is never really a good thing because you just don't use it. Like, you can cross the ball in, but you've got to give them enough room to have a touch, or it's an open goal because we can't head it or volley it into the net anyway. So it's kind of a pointless one in that aspect. As a passing tool, it's decent. We got a 4-star. As a fullback, I mean, his defensive ability's there, but to be honest, if I was being really, really picky, I'd probably say a miss at this point. He's not going to have an evolution for a while. We've got so many fullbacks, it's just not going to work out, I don't think, for him. Looking at the remaining highlights, we got Banza and we've also got Gedson. Now, obviously, Gedson's got himself a few decent nation links which you can go with. Incisive, Anticipate, Long Ball. It's definitely a solid card for cheap price. Maybe an evolution in the future if you wanted to wait for him there. People are going to say the anchor is where you want to go. 94, 91, 98 with a physical. I mean, for me, that's kind of in the usable realm, but I would say definitely an Evo could really suit him out in like the later stages of team of the season as we're getting through the 91s, maybe waiting for him to get into a quadruple playstyle plus. That could be a good move for him in terms of linking him with a Ruben Diaz, a Ronaldo, a Vitinha, a João Neves. There's quite a few decent ones and we haven't got to the Liga Portugal team of the season yet, so there could be some nice links on the way for him. When we look at the likes of Banza, I'd probably say the same as well. We're looking for the finesse more so than anything. So I would be looking potentially at an Evo with him. Obviously, people are going to go with the engine just because we've already got some decent shooting. Give him a bit more agility balance, which is fine. If you wanted to go for the basic, you could go for that as well. Obviously, you'll just upgrade a bit of everything, which is fine. I would go another Evo sort of category. I think, again, with him, if he gets a finesse shot plus as the quadruple, it could salvage something. Realistically, with obviously his links out of the Turkish league, unless you've got an Osimhen or somebody to link him in there, I just don't think you're going to use him. So potentially more towards on the miss card as well. At least with Gedson, he's got the CR7s that are already well-established cards in the game. Now looking at other cards that are well-established in the game, we've got Rafa. He has had so many team of the seasons. He is always up for a big boy team of the season. From the previous years going into the FIFA, he has slowed down a little bit. We've kind of lost him a little bit in the source with it. It was mainly through the Portuguese league. He was normally one of the best. He's kind of now transitioned again into the Turkish league, which means he could have a potential with Gedson. Both of them in the same team as well. Always interesting to see. Coming in 100k, we've got quick step, we've got finesse, we've got a pinged pass. I'm thinking striker, shadow striker plus potential. Roles wise, we've got the classic 10 plus, the shadow striker plus, as well as the false 9 and the poacher, which is fair enough. You'd be looking at sniper. That would give you controlled explosive, a bit more physicality. I mean, you could see it. You could definitely see it. 93 rated striker or 95 cam / winger. If we went for maestro, a bit of everything, 96 or 97 cam. It could be a chance, to be honest. There's definitely a decent one in there. I'd possibly go. I think for me, I'd possibly say more usable still. I'm feeling very much like Bruno's already in that sort of role now. I don't know if I'd quite say he's over him in this point, but he's definitely in and about there, really. We got Visca as another one that's kind of been many team of the seasons a few years back now. Obviously, normally quite a quick, pacey winger. He's kind of kept to the same, really. He's got the rapid, he's got the first touch, the Travella as well. He can go on the right mid, inside, forward, plus. Very cheap, as always. He's predominantly going to be your Traore sort of pace down the wing, run until you can't run no more. Physicality-wise, a little bit less than Traore, to be fair. But dribbling, he's got plenty. Passing, he's got plenty as well. And a solid amount of shooting. I think, again, you're looking at a card that I think you're going for that just purely on the... There we go, the basic 98, 95, 97, 98, and 97 left mid. I think you're going to go for more usable with the price it is coming in at. In terms of the wingers we've got, you're thinking of Salah, you're thinking of Dembele, you're thinking of Kvaratskhelia as an evolution. Who's going to be better at that point? A complete sort of right wing or a Visca that's coming in quite cheap. I kind of know where I personally would go. Now, one card that I do want to kind of recommend to everybody is going to be our boy Fred. He's always great in the middle. He's 5'7", as always, 4-star, 4-star. Would have loved a 5-star weak foot, but we move with it. Anticipate, he's got the the incisive, and also the relentless. Now, relentless is one that you could kind of see pass. You could still potentially give him that 4th playstyle plus throughout the season pass if you wanted. He has got the stats that kind of do pretty well when it comes to the defensive ability as well. You look at the Shadow, 99 pace, 94 defending. He's normally an absolute gem when it comes to a CDM. So for me, I think he puts himself most definitely into that at least very usable scenario. Which then we look at the final kind of bottom two really. We've got Aiden, 92 left wing, and we've also got, I think he's on the bench still, we've got the right back, which, to be honest, he's got decent stats. It's nothing too crazy. I feel like he's very bog standard in terms of the right back. The problem is he's got to go up against Lala, because we got him for a premium pass. It was the first level. Unfortunately, as a right back, I'm going to have to go with a miss. When it comes to the left wing, can we already get him? I was going to say, can we already get him an evolution? I mean, we're not going to be far off. Pace is okay. Passing's good. Dribbling, it's very standard. Got technical, rapid, and Travella. I'd probably miss out on him as well, to be honest. Which leaves the final two in Tadic and also our boy Oshiman. Now, Oshiman is obviously going to be the top drawer in this. We kind of knew that from the beginning. 2.4 mil. He's obviously got the quadruple play star plus, which makes him into a high market in this Super League. We got finesse, chip shot, quick step, low driven. Really, the only one I'd change would be the chip shot. And to be honest, even if it went to like a first touch, a press proven, I'm quite happy with the finesse, the low driven, and the quick step is fantastic. He's already quite a tallish striker at 6'1", great physicality, pace to the absolute nines, and then obviously adding the engine on as well is always going to just give him that boost up of the agility balance. Shooting's fine, passing's decent enough for a striker. He puts himself into that category of a top end, in my opinion. He's probably the only one, I'd say, because Tadic is great, 198. I think he's a solid cam. He's always got the ability. Passing's there, dribbling's there. Pace is most definitely gone up, as well as the physicality game and shooting. But that top meta, if we're thinking of a cam, even with the rating, I just don't think he's quite in the caliber of a Pele, of a Maradona sort of S card. He's just underneath. So personally for me, I'd go into more the very usable. I think that is kind of how I would justify the Super League for now. Let me know down below what you think. Gedson's going to be an interesting one when you do link into the Liga Portugal. We'll see how that goes. Make sure you do like and subscribe on this though, and I'll catch you all tomorrow for some SBC content. Peace.